Learn the club's features and overcome bunkers. Bunker shots are not particularly difficult for professional golfers. This is because they can adjust the depth of the club head in the sand. However, it is one of the challenging shots for amateur golfers. There are many variations in bunker shots. Finding the way that suits you is a shortcut to eliminating anxiety about bunker shots. We will explain the behavior of the club head and ball in bunker shots, so please use it as a reference for your own bunker shot. Bounce of sand wedges. The sand wedge has protruding part of its sole called the bounce, and it has the function of limiting the resistance of the club to sand. The angle formed by the line along the sole surface and the line parallel to the ground is measured, and a high bounce has a large angle while a low bounce has a small angle. High bounce and low bounce have their own characteristics, so understanding them will help you to escape from the guard bunker more effectively. Characteristics of high bounce. When the bounce angle is large, the resistance of the sole part of the club head to the sand is high, so the club face will rise when it comes into contact with the sand. The club face movement will be such that it picks up the ball. With the high bounce sand wedge, if you drop the club head slightly in front of the ball, the club itself will lift the ball up, making it shot that prioritize escaping from the bunker. To effectively use a high bounce sand wedge, swing the sole facing downwards at an acute angle. If you swing down with the club face upright, the bounce angle will not work well and the ball will not rise up. The sand wedge will get stuck in the sand. Also, in the case of a shallow scoop shot where the club head cannot penetrate into the sand, the leading edge hits the side of the ball, making it impossible to escape from the bunker. On the other hand, if the club head enters considerably in front of the ball, the bounce will work and the club face will rise early, scraping off a lot of sand before picking up the ball. Therefore, the ball hardly flies. Characteristics of low bounce. If the bounce angle is small when the club head enters the sand, the resistance of the sole is reduced and the club face faces upwards, scraping off a thin layer of sand. For a low bounce bunker shot, the club head is inserted low in front of the ball. Since the club head has little sand resistance, it can scoop off an appropriate amount of sand under the ball, allowing the ball to travel at the expected distance and height according to the loft. Even if the position of the club head entering the sand can vary slightly, it has little effect on the shot. However, it is difficult to control the depth of the club head that dives into the sand, and so this is a shot intended for professionals and advanced players. To use the low bounce sand wedge effectively, keep the sole facing downwards and tucks the club head low into the sand. If you swing the club face standing upright like a normal shot, you will not be able to pick up the ball well without making effective use of the bounce angle. The sand wedge gets stuck in the sand. Also, if you try to pick up the ball by inserting the club head shallowly into the sand like a scoop shot, you will not be able to scrape off the sand thinly and for a long distance. So you will not be able to escape from the bunker well unless the club head is in the appropriate position. On the other hand, even if the club head enters well in front of the ball, the club head will scrape off the sand because the bounce is not working. But if you go deep into the sand, the amount of sand scraped off increases and it will be difficult to escape from the bunker because the height of the ball is not high.